But y'all correct me if I'm wrong. So do we feel like the most important relationship that occurs on the show is between Molly and Issa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree. I think it's important to also note, though, they're different relationships too. And like they're different various friendships, situationships. And because those relationships actually is what impacts their actual friendship to each other as friends. So, I mean, obviously, relationships is like the element of this show, and how those situations have and consequences have an impact on all of these relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Jovan, did you want to add to that?
So yeah, I was going to say that, yeah, those are the two main characters. And so those are the ones that I would like to focus on. But as Rosie talked about, the relationships that they have outside of one another impact their, like, the main relationship that we're going to be focusing on. So like we can't talk about Issa and not talk about her relationship with Lawrence. We can't talk about Molly and not talk about her relationship with Andrew and Nim.
And Nim.
I mean, let's be real, because she has had several and thems, okay? And I think it's worth noting that she did have several of them. And like, what was going on? What was happening for that to happen? I think that says a lot and also is something that should be considered for diagnosis and prognosis, because that type of behavior can be an indicator of mental health.
Mm-hmm.
So before we dig into the mental health piece of it, I just want to hear you guys' overall opinions of the show. Like, do you enjoy the show? What do you feel like its impact is on the culture? Because clearly we are all tuned in. We're all watching it. Everyone has an opinion. So I would like to hear what you guys' opinion is.
I love the show. I think this is comparable, like, to what Living Single was for women in the 90s, and which I still appreciated being a millennial. That's definitely one of my favorite sitcoms. But I think this is comparable to what that was in the 90s. I think it shows what, friendships look like, what relationships look like, what careers can look like. It just touches on so much. And it's definitely opened my eyes and like forced me to be like, maybe I do feel a way about this, and that maybe I need to work on this.